To El Mirage, back there now, where Police Chief Paul Marzocca is holding a press conference to give us the latest facts on last night's officer-involved shooting. So we will take you to that press conference now live.
Here. So I know we sent out a couple of press releases. I just want to give you a quick rundown of the events that took place starting on Thursday, which was the 21st of November. So that's where this all kind of took place and started, there was a domestic violence call that came out in the 14,500 block of North El Mirage Road. And the particulars of that is it was a female that had reported that the male subject, that Mr. Ruelas, that you guys have now have the information on, had put a knife to her head and threatened to kill her. We responded to that event, and when trying to locate, we located him in the area. And once we located him, he saw us, and then he took off from us, and there was a short pursuit after that. Pursuit was terminated, and then we started working on that to try to locate him again. The victim in this case actually was very cooperative and was very influential in us finding this guy and locating him again. She actually called us again, let us know that he was going to come back. He had a trailer that was parked out front. So she let us know when he was going to be there, gave us about a time frame so we could set up and get the information we needed to get officers ready for that contact with him. So fast forward into Friday, he was going to show up around 5:30. He showed up about 5:20 that evening. Officers made contact with him and another driver, and that's when the foot pursuit after that went to a house, where he went into a house, and all the people from those occupants left that house. And then we started to converge on that house. He then gave chase again, took off down an alleyway, and that's where officers engaged. And again, that's about the location of that is one of the alleyways near that same area, and that's where the officers engaged in a short firefight with them. That is actually where our canine officer was actually struck at that time, and in the alleyway. So from there, obviously a lot of agencies were influential in coming and helping us at that point, and we were able to get a quick perimeter set up. We had some air support as well from a couple different agencies, and we were able to lock them down into certain areas. Tactical team came in, worked methodically through different areas of town, and eventually we were able to locate him in a residence in the back bedroom, where they found him deceased from what appears to be a self-inflicted gunshot wound. For the rest of the information, I'll turn it over back to Chief Marzocca.
I just wanted to share special thanks to our community and our law enforcement partners. I was coming on duty last night, and in the matter it took me 10 minutes to get to the scene, there was already several agencies there. Glendale, DPS, ATF, Surprise, MCSO, Phoenix, and Goodyear. By my estimates, there was over 100 officers here last night. Luckily, we had a good perimeter once the scene started, and we locked them down. And then finally, I believe with our SWAT team, actually Glendale Police Department SWAT team, going door to door, I think he realized that his time was done. And so we ended up hearing 2 gunshots, and they eventually found him in the back part of the house with self-inflicted gunshot wounds. So if you have any questions, we can answer them for you.
This house that he was found in, it sounds like he went into a house before this as well, or was this his house or somebody else's?
All right, we just heard from both the chief and the sergeant there in El Mirage. We do have a reporter live. Colleen's there. She's going to bring us more details tonight on 12 News at 9. But as you heard, the suspect is dead. And then they also said that the dog, upon the foot pursuit, was killed in that alleyway, Koki.
Yeah, to summarize what we just heard, there was a domestic violence incident. The victim of the domestic violence incident was proactive, called El Mirage Police out so that they knew that the perpetrator here was going to return. When he did return, they were waiting for him, and that is when the shootout happened. And it was during that shootout that Koki, the police canine, was killed, unfortunately. Eventually, that suspect did take his own life. And again, as Rachel just said, we are going to hear more from Colleen Sikora a little bit later tonight on that subject. As far as the dog goes, this canine officer, a vigil will be held for Koki, the fallen canine, tonight at 7 at the El Mirage Police Department. And again, Colleen is on the scene, so we will be there to bring you the latest coming up tonight on 12 News at 9.